Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. It's Saturday the 6th of January. I'm sort of looking forward to using these products because I know they're going to be probably really good. I know the soap base is excellent, just the scent just does not do anything for me. Now, you've seen from the name of it and the actual pictures, it's Smoke on the Water from Oleo Soapworks. Now this is the canard formula, so it's got duck fat in it. It's got a pretty good set of ingredients. I'm just having a look on here. I mean, the ingredients that are in here are great. I don't know whether you'll actually see. So this is limited edition 5 of 25, and I'm hoping I can get that to focus so you can have a read. But yeah, for external use only. For external use only, if irritation occurs, discontinue use immediately. So let's just see. Now, I have seen a few people get a reaction to this. The smell on the soap and the smell on the splash aren't too bad. You know, that it's just not my thing. There's something in here that I don't like the smell of, and I don't know what it is. I'm not great with scents, but this is the nicest smelling out of the 4 products, out of the balm, the EDT and the splash. The soap's the nicest smelling in my opinion, followed by the splash, which doesn't smell. Probably the splash is quite nice as well, but I think the alcohol scent on it, and I think there's menthol in there as well. I think, yeah, the alcohol and the menthol, I think, sort of give it that little scent that I like. So, brush for today is the Milton Turn and Shave. I don't know why I keep calling it the Milton Turn and Shave. It's a turn and shave brush made by Milton the artisan. Now, one thing that Milton picked up with this brush, that he's designed it this way, is this little indentation on the bottom. You can see it just there. Now that sits, when you hold this brush, right on that little ball there, just at the base of your index finger. And then when you clasp it, it just sits there beautifully. It's very comfortable to hold, extremely comfortable. I don't have massive hands. I've got, I would say, average hands for a bloke. They're not like big welder's hands or anything. I was a goalkeeper when I was a kid, so I don't know. I don't have massive hands. But this brush fits perfectly for me. It just holds lovely. The loft on the knot is spot on in my opinion. Spencer doesn't know what he's talking about, Milton. He's full of shit. You know, he likes that natural hair crap. I like it as well if I fucking had some. But yeah, beautiful brush. So let's get it dipped in the water, get it lathered up and see how we go. Now, when I used the duck base from Frankie and Myrna, the thank you soap that was sent over from Vida, I think I got a bit of a reaction to it, just a very, very light tingle. Wasn't bad. I could shave with it again if it was like that, no problem, but I could feel it. But the actual base, the soap base, is beautiful. It makes such a creamy lather. Yeah, just this scent just does nothing for me. If I picked this up in a shop, I'd put it back. I wouldn't even smell it again, I don't think. It's just got nothing in there that's... Yeah. It's a shame because I was really, really looking forward to it. Now, this soap has been traded, the whole set's been traded actually, with Spencer. So, I know there's a lot of scents in here that Spencer loves. Tobacco. I mean, there's oud in here, honey. I can get a bit of honey. I do actually smell the honey. Ooh, I don't know. There's a scent in here I don't like. I really don't know what it is, but it just does not agree with my nose at all. It smells sort of old school. I can't put my finger on it. My wife can't stand it. She thinks it's horrible stuff. I actually sprayed a little bit of the EDT on, and one massive thing for the EDT is the longevity of it. I actually put it on about 2 in the afternoon, and the following day, after having a shower, been to work, sweating all over the place, about 4 in the afternoon, 5 in the afternoon, in fact it was right through until night time when I went to bed. The following day, so more than 24 hours later, I could still smell it on my wrist. I only had 2 squirts just on this part here, and I could still smell it. I've actually got, oh that's lovely, I've got some Akakapa onto the 1869, it's lovely. Right, so let's paint the load on. Start painting some water in. The scent strength on it, I would put it around about a 4 or 5 out the top. Excuse me. On my face just now, without lathering it yet, I would still say it's sitting around the 4 or 5. Now, it might sound daft, there's a lot of scents in this, a lot of notes in this soap, but I wouldn't say it's a complex scented soap, because I pick up like just a one scent, just like one whoosh of what it is, and I think that's why I'm struggling with it. The whole mix of all the scents doesn't work in my nose. I can slightly get the honey from it, but everything else, I don't know. It's obviously blended very well, because I can't pick the other notes, I can't pick individual notes in it. I can't remember if there's leather in here as well. I can't remember the notes. You have to bear in mind that I don't have the nose of a perfumer or anything like that. I give you my description of what it smells like. I try to steer clear of reading the actual scent notes of soaps, because I think it can sound too commercial. You know, I want to give you an opinion of what my nose says and what my personal opinion or feel is on it. Now, if you like most of the scents, or you've tried most of the scents I've used that I like, and you like them, then the chances are you won't like this. I'm trying to use logic here. I'm definitely more of a gourmand and citrus scent lover. And this is neither gourmand or citrus, which is why I've got a feeling that Spencer will actually like it, because the biggest majority of people that have used this soap, I think, have actually enjoyed the scent on it. I'm one of the few that hasn't. Now, touch wood, so far, I haven't had I'm not feeling any tingle, not feeling any reaction to the soap, but I don't normally feel much until the second pass. Now, surprisingly enough, it tastes better than it smells. It actually tastes quite nice. Now, I was going to use my Manchester United soap today, because Manchester United played at 5 o'clock this morning, or 4 o'clock this morning here in Western Australia, in the FA Cup. They won 1-0 against Derby, but having watched the extended highlights this morning, they should have absolutely hammered them. They had so many chances. They actually played, from what I could see, they played quite well. So I'm going to watch the full game tonight. It's on replay on Manchester or Man U TV, so I'll watch that tonight. Looking forward to that. Right, I'm not going to build this lather up anymore. I think that's absolutely fine. It's a beautiful, glossy, thick, creamy lather. Exactly how I like it. Very easy to lather, easy to load. Like I say, this scent, look at that. It is a beautiful, the soap base is really, really good. I still don't think it's as good as Holy Cause, but having just used this one here, which I'm using with my head shave today, the Secret Artisan, I put them sort of level playing field, and that's how good this new Artisan that's just came on board that I've just found out about over here. Supply razor. This is my trade for this set. So I'm over the moon. I think Spencer's happy as well that he's getting a set of this, and he's also got the Supply razor version too. And I think he's just happy this is going to someone like myself who, I mean, I love this razor, I think it's great. So let's just see how it feels. Same blade that's been in it. I did take it out yesterday, the day before, and cleaned the whole razor out and just given it a good clean down. Pop the blade back in. It's very simple to dismantle and put the blade back in again. It's really easy to use. And this is the exact same blade, and it is buttery smooth. It really is a nice razor. Alright, straight off the bat, the slickness and protection of this soap, it isn't in question. It is tremendous soap base. Now I've asked Spencer if I can use it. I was going to send it over brand new, and if he wanted it brand new I would have done that, but he said he's absolutely fine with me using it to give it a once over, which is very kind of him. I smell a little bit of the tobacco now. It's opening up a little bit now that it's wet, but it's still not for me. But the thing is, if this was an unscented soap, it'd be spot on. In terms of performance, you can't go wrong with the performance of it. It's excellent stuff. Now this is the same formula soap base that I was part of the testing group for, and it is excellent stuff, it really is. It's just not a nice scent. So, if you are watching this video, I hope you can appreciate that I only give honest feedback. I don't bullshit people. If something doesn't work for me or I don't like it, then I say it as it is. But the good thing with this product is, even though I don't like the scent, I love the performance. I mean, look how glossy that, I hope you can see that lighting up. How glossy the lather is. It is absolutely stunning soap. Your EDT, the longevity on it is absolutely spot on. I mean, to get over 24 hours even after a shower and out working, sweating in the heat, and still be able to smell it, that's pretty impressive in my opinion. So there's obviously a good concentration of oils in there. I'm not sure, I can't remember exactly what the full concentration of the oils is for an EDT. I think it's something like 30%, 20 odd percent. But it is beautiful soap base. So in that regard, that's a massive thumbs up. So I'm still not, I don't think, receiving it. I don't know, I think I'm getting a bit of a tingle now, I don't know. Let's see how we go. And since he shaves, I don't know whether he used what was it called, the Remy razor, and he managed to go across his lips, do both lips. I do it with every razor, and unfortunately I cut myself last time, but you can do it with pretty much every razor unless it's super aggressive. The only one I struggle with is like the R41 Futura, things like that. This razor has just got such a lovely, natural, comfortable angle for shaving. Now it's a very odd shape, I have to say. And when I first picked it up, when Spencer sent it over, I'm not sold on the look of it. It's still a weird looking razor. But super smooth, it's got great weight to it. I can't remember, I haven't checked yet to see whether it's actually stainless steel coated or whether it's stainless steel. I'm not sure what it's made out of. It's heavy, so it's either coated brass or steel. It's definitely not aluminium, or it could just be pot metal, shit stuff. Right, now I thought I was having a reaction there. I don't think I am. I think it's in my mind. So there's no right now if I shut my eyes and really concentrate on my skin, I'm not feeling anything. So far, so good. Going into the sink. I did have 2 days growth. The residual slickness feels nice. It's not, believe it or not, it doesn't feel quite as residually slick as the Frankie and Myrna. I don't know why, because it should be the same soap base I think, so I'm quite surprised at that. But it could be that, I don't know, it could be my lather might not be thick enough or not enough water in there. It's definitely up there with your high-end soap bases in terms of Barrister Man, Sterling, Wickham, all those performers that are up there. I don't think it's quite reached that holy cost status. I would put it definitely in the same ballpark as Australian Private Reserve, all the guys over here, Wolfpack, Squadron Soap, Shaver Heaven, when they were around. They will be back eventually, I believe, but it's just had run into a few hiccups, Anthony this year, and life can become very busy, especially since I've just found out recently he's a real estate agent. So I've never done that job before, but I've got friends in that business, and it takes over your life. Alright, so the bonus number 1 for this soap, for me, is I'm not getting an irritation to it so far. There's no reaction to it at all, which is nice, because I was a little bit worried when I seen a few people had reacted to it. If you're hearing extra screams today at the house from kids, I've got my niece and nephew staying with us here for the night. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law heading up to Perth for a night out. So this is my pre-chaos shave. I'm not going to say stress, because it's not a pre-stress, it's not a stressful thing, but I try not to use that word anymore. But pre-chaos thing, where the kids will drive me nuts. Alright, let me just... The great thing with this razor is if you've used gem style razors, old school razors like the Eberettis and the Gems, this feels pretty much the same. Now the blades I believe are made by Persona. They are made in America by the last American blade making company, so as far as I'm aware and as far as I've been told, that is Persona, so it's already got a high quality blade going in there, but they're super smooth. Very, in fact, smoother than any gem razor I've used, and they're smooth, but I find this more efficient. Got a little weeper there, but I find I get a much closer shave with this than I did with the gem razors. So that feels great. Hydration factor, Oleo soap, I've used the vegan base as well. a sample of it, and I've now used the duck tallow, and I haven't used the beef tallow yet, which I've got a sample of to use, but I never feel like I get tight skin after it. It always feels lovely moisturised. My skin feels actually quite refreshed, even though I've used quite a dark, woody, earthy scented soap there. It feels quite refreshed, which is nice. So I'm just going to empty this water out. Now I've got 3 post-shave products to go through, and I'm going to use them all. I'm just going to give them all just a little blast in the limelight. So I'm going to start off first. This is going to burn like fucking buggery. Smoke in the water aftershave splash. Now this smells actually, doesn't smell too bad. It smells nicer than the EDT. The EDT is quite in your face. This one doesn't smell too bad. Now it's got a nice restrictor in there. Now the bottle, I'm only putting a small amount on. It's absolutely chock-a-block full. It's like you couldn't fit any more in there either, which is nice. Well, surprisingly, there was no burn from the alcohol really there at all. Now, I don't know how much menthol's in here, but it's getting in my eyes. I'm starting to get a bit of a burn now, but it feels like a menthol burn. It's coming in hot, and then I'm assuming this is going to start cooling down. So it's dried in, and it feels very moisturising, I have to say. What's in here? Alcohol, distilled water, fragrance, polysorbate, and menthol. I don't know what polysorbate is. I don't know whether that's a sort of, oh yeah, menthol, beautiful. Perfect amount of menthol in there. It's really coming through now. My skin is ice cold. I've got through that burning phase and it's now lovely and cool, really nice. Now I can't remember if there's menthol in the balm. Let me have a quick squiz. I can't get my freaking glasses on. No, there's not. But there is silk protein. Absolutely no idea what that is. Bit of alcohol, jojoba oil, stearic acid, glycerin, some good skin foods in here as well. I'm not sure, there's a couple of big words in there, but I can't get my glasses on, so I can't really see them to pronounce them. A wee bit of this doing my head in. Yeah, really impressed with that splash, Vida. I think this is one of your first splashes that you've actually released, and I have to say that's really nice. The scent on it, that scent is, in my opinion, far better than the scent in the soap. That's quite pleasant, and I think the menthol, and I don't know, there's a bit of citrus or something in there. Whatever's in that splash, for me, smells much better than the soap, and again, smells far superior to the EDT. So, I think if I'd put that splash on after something else and used it, I would have went and bought the full set, because that splash actually does smell quite nice, I have to say. And but that's dried in now, feels really nice. It's got that, I call it the Wickham effect. It's got that Wickham sort of satin feel on your skin where you feel the moisturisation, but it looks silky smooth. It's really nice. So a big thumbs up on the splash. The splash is excellent. So while that's just sort of finishing off and I'm getting the coolness from that, I'm just going to rinse this brush out, which is a cake full of soap. So far, 2 products out of 2. The soap, performance-wise, is excellent. It's really good. Scent-wise, it's not great. I'm going to talk about the tub in a minute as well. Now, just in case you're interested in grabbing one of these brushes, I don't think they're that expensive. I haven't looked on Milton's Turn and Shave Etsy page for a while now, but I think they're about $50 American, something like that, $46. I can't remember whether the prices have went up or not, I'm not sure. But this knot is a 30mm quarter moon knot, so it's pretty much a tuxedo stylish knot. This to me is as soft as a tuxedo knot. I know it's not a tuxedo knot, but it is as soft as. So in that regard, it's a very, very nice brush. The handle does nothing for me, it's not my colour, but the handle itself is very ergonomic, very comfortable. It's got a great weight to it, it's well finished off. There's no tooling marks on here, no striations or polishing marks. It's just crystal clean casting that's been polished, so it's beautiful. Just the colour, I'm not an orange man, I hate orange. It's like probably my most hated colour on the planet is orange. So for me to still like this, it's obviously a good brush. So I'll put that aside. I'm just going to rinse this soap out now. That splash is excellent, absolutely excellent. I'm really, really impressed with it. I didn't think it was going to be that good. I thought it was going to be similar to like fine accoutrements, where it doesn't really do much for your skin. It makes your skin feel a little bit dry. What I found with fine accoutrements, what one have I got? What one did I have? I had platinum, which is finished. Is I ended up spraying it on long after I'd had a shave, because if I sprayed it straight on my skin after a shave, it actually dried up my skin. This feels great. If I were to recommend just at this stage, unless you love this scent, I would recommend just buying the soap and splash. You don't even need a balm. The splash is really good. But I am going to stick the balm on. So smoke on the water balm. Just a tiny little bit of that. So that's all we've got. Well, the balm smells nicer as well. Do you know something? I think it's maybe just the EDT that's really thrown me off on this. The soap is mild enough that its scent's passable. It's still not nice for me. There's something that I don't like. These are all the same scent. Clearly, they're all the same scent. Smoke on the water on every label. That splash and that balm smell different to the soap and the EDT for my nose. The splash and balm smell much more cologne-y. It's much more pleasant. Now that I put these on, it's taken away that scent of the soap in essence, and I've actually got a nice scent now coming through from the balm. And it smells great, it really does. Now I am going to squirt this EDT on, just to get the full experience of it. The balm is dried in, it's beautiful, it's lovely and moisturising, it's not sticky, there's no residue left over, my skin feels great, it really does. I'm really, really impressed with that. So that's, I think Spencer's on to a winner here. I'm not sad to see it go, because it's not for me, but that's really picked up about that splash and balm. That's actually quite pleasant, that balm, and it's very similar scented to the splash. The splash is my favourite so far. Now I have used a bit of this, the EDT, you can see the label's pretty much wrecked. This did leak a little bit out of the bottle when Olivier sent it over, but thankfully everything made it's all glass, so it made it over here from the States. And yeah, that's not nice at all. But I am going to squirt a little bit on, just for the sake of the longevity and the taste of it. When I come back tomorrow, whenever I come back from another shave, I can have a little bit of a chat about it. But that feels great. My skin feels great after that shave, it really does. So I'm just going to squirt a little bit over here, a little bit there, and that's it. I'm not going to spray any more on. You don't, strong stuff. You don't need any more than that on that one. But that's not a pleasant smell for me. That's just not nice. I did actually put it on and I let my wife smell it. She hated it as well. So it's that, the EDT for me, it's good stuff. It lasts a long time. It's got great longevity. The scent projection's excellent, but it's just the scent. It's not nice for me. So I'm not trying to put people off. I'm just giving you my honest opinion, honest feedback on it. The soap performs well. Comes in a 4 ounce tub, I think. Is it 4 ounce? Yeah, 4 ounce tub. Looks like that. Now this part of the tub's fine. The lid's fine. Most soap companies come with stuff like this. The premium ones don't. The premium ones like Holy Call and Barrister Man for me. Now this is very similar price to those soaps, but the tub reflects a cheaper soap in my opinion. This should be on like a $12.99 sort of soap. So that's just my personal opinion. I don't know what obviously the expense of the oils and the duck fat's going to be more expensive. All these extra things make things more expensive. So I'm not going to grumble about the price. I purchase things because I want them, and that's what I want to try them. Unfortunately this one doesn't work for me scent wise, but that's why I purchase things. Now, one gripe I had straight out of the box, other than this label which was damaged just from the spillage, it wasn't damaged because of anything else. The label for me, I quite like the label, but I don't know whether you can see this around here. And this is a brand new soap. The label's on squint. You can see this side here, where the black is, and then when you come over this side, it's actually hanging over the edge. If you turn it around this way, where is it? There we go. If you turn it around this way, it's actually hanging over the edge. If you turn it around this way, it's actually hanging over the edge. If you turn it around this way, it's actually hanging over the edge. If you turn it around this way, it's actually hanging over the edge. If you turn it around this way, it's actually hanging over the edge. If you turn it around this way, it's actually hanging over the edge. If you turn it around this way, it's actually hanging over the edge. If you turn it around this way, it's actually hanging over the edge. If you turn it around this way, it's actually hanging over the edge. If you turn it around this way, it's actually hanging over the edge. If you turn it around this way, it's actually hanging over the edge. If you turn it around this way, it's actually hanging over the edge. If you turn it around this way, it's actually hanging over the edge. If you turn it around this way, it's actually hanging over the edge. If you turn it around this way, it's actually hanging over the edge. If you turn it around this way, it's actu just see just there. It's just hanging over the edge a little bit, you see that? Little things like that, just for me personally, I've got, I would say, probably a mild OCD or a sort of obsessive compulsive disorder of some kind. Straight lines, things not looking in order, clutter, things like that piss me off. They really annoy me. And things like putting a label on straight, I understand that artists, especially Vera, has been very busy lately moving house and everything, so I'm not trying to make excuses, but putting a label on straight for me is quite a key part of packaging and product and how things look. If you pick something up and the label's squint, just say for instance a premium product like I don't know, let's just pick a razor brand like Wolfman, and I know they don't come, but just say Wolfman came in a box with a sticker label on the top of it. If one label was squint and one wasn't, I would pick the one that's not squint because it looks better straight off the bat. I know the same thing in the box is the same, but the one that looks better. So for me personally, if you're going to put labels on a soap like that, put it central, you know, spend that little bit extra time, even if it takes 5-10 seconds more, and put the freaking thing on straight, because it really irks me, that gets on my nerves. And it's not a dig at any artisan, because it's happened to most artisan soaps that I've used. The only ones I find that I don't get any problems with is Wickham, Barrister and Mann, and that's really about it. A lot of the others I generally just annoys me. It's something that should be on straight and it's not. And what it's done now is it's actually damaged the label, because it's hanging over the side with that in transit. It's just damaged the corner of the label there, and it's actually started coming off. And it's just something that could have been prevented when it was first put on. So that's just, other than the scent and that, it's the only two bad things I've got to say about this full set of soap, splash, EDT and balm. It's an exceptional product. My skin feels incredible. It doesn't feel, I mean, I've used 3 products on my skin post shave, and it doesn't feel oily. It feels beautiful and soft. It really is exceptional product. I haven't had a reaction today, which I'm really happy with. I was a little bit worried about getting a reaction. I haven't had nothing at all from any of the products. And I have to say the scent on the balm and on the splash is superior to the scent of the soap and the EDT. So I don't know what's happened along the way. I don't know whether things have been changed a little bit. And I know there'll be different ratios going into the EDT as there is into the splash, into the balm, into the soap. They're all different. I know the soap was toned down because one of the main testers for it, one of the main guys that used it, had quite a reaction to it. And so it was toned down and the strength was taken down. There's still plenty of scent in the soap, so don't worry about that if you want to buy it. It's certainly there. It's sort of a good 4 or 5, and it stays around about that when you actually use it for the shave. It's not a super complex scent. You're not smelling it the whole time you're using it, in my opinion. I think sometimes it just disappears, which personally isn't a bad thing because I'm not a fan of the scent, but it's not a complex scent like a Barrister Man, like the Diamond, where I smell the grass and then I can smell a bit of popcorn, I can smell the beer, and it sort of fluctuates around about that, and it enlightens your senses a bit. You do smell those things as you're going through your shave, so it keeps things a little bit more interesting, in my opinion, when you've got so many scents in there that you can smell each individual scent every now and then. And I don't get that from this. I just get boom, one scent and that's it. So I don't know whether that's a good thing in the great wide world of perfumery and things like that, whether having a scent like that where you can just smell everything in one and it blends. The blend, I mean, it's obviously quite a good blend because it's blended together, but it's just not a nice scent for me. But other than that, like I say, there's no real negatives to the products. Just the scent for me doesn't work for me personally, and just the label on that soap just annoys the hell out of me, and that's the only two sort of downsides. And then the leaking of the EDT, but that's not Vida's fault. That's just the fact of the shipping, and it's been bounced about a bit. So I'm just glad it got here in one piece. I think Spencer, I think you'll probably enjoy this, mate. I think you'll actually like this. The scent's not for me, but I think it might be for you. I know you're into those sort of tobacco-y, woody, dark, earthy scents. I know you like that stuff, so I'm going to hold it at that. I hope that's enough of it. I've tried to give as much depth into this as I possibly can. This set, if you can still get your hands on it, I know it's sold out at past hours. I don't know whether there'll be a second run of it. Personally, from my standpoint, it needs to change a bit in order for you to put a second run out. I think if you put another run of that out, there's going to be a lot of people out there that won't like that. Personally, it just doesn't do it for me. And I think there's quite a few people out there that probably like me that wouldn't like this scent at all. So other than that, I hope you guys stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, have a wonderful shave when you next have one, and if it's as good as this one, you're onto a winner. Thank you.